Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to, I guess this would be episode 4 of my Final Fantasy III Let's Play. If you're joining us for the first time, I always like to say this is not a particularly revelatory Let's Play. I'm not speedrunning. I'm not trying to do a low-level run or anything wild like that. I'm just trying to have a good time with one of my favorite games of all times. I think this has been a pretty stressful time for most folks, I'll go on record, and we're just going to sit here and we're going to have a chill Let's Play with a fun game. So, if you'll remember last time, we basically went through all of Sabin's scenario, what with suplexing trains and swimming through underwater trenches and throwing ninja stars at imperial soldiers and so many messed up blitzes, which I'm still going to blame on the controller. I take no responsibility. You can't make me. So now we are rejoining the full team, which shortly, oh no, spoilers, shortly will be reunited. Everybody from all their disparate scenarios are reuniting in Narshe. So as you can see right now, Bannon, Edgar, Terra, and, oh gosh, Arvis, I think his name is. He doesn't play a particularly major role in the game, but are speaking with the Elder of Narshe in an attempt to recruit them to the Returners, so they will join the rebellion against the evil empire, which is a story no one has ever told before, ever in the history of genre media. So yeah, let's jump in. Let's see what this gang is doing today. Now they're already shouting, "Hey, it is like real politics." So yeah, the Emperor, a frozen esper, so potentially, geez Louise, potentially a living esper frozen in ice has been found in the mines of Narshe. The Empire wants it, but the Returners/Rebellion think it might be able to help them fight back against the Empire, and Terra is the only, is the key to accomplishing that, as the esper seemed to react to her last time. Another thinly veiled reference to nuclear war. I hear you, brother. People never learn. Look who it is. It's that guy we talked to for 10 minutes before he fell off a raft trying to punch an octopus and 2 weirdos that he brought with him. Yeesh. Well, see, the game isn't, the game does tie some threads together. It's important, as you're seeing, it's important that we have Cyan with us now, because he shows the Elder of Narshe that the Empire is raising the stakes. Oh, he's a big weenie, and he doesn't want to, I don't want to get poisoned. And here, the final piece of the puzzle. Locke comes bringing news of the Empire's attack. The ever-protective Locke. I like Locke a lot, but Cyan would absolutely obliterate him at this point in the game. And probably for most of the rest of the game, too. the little stubby sprites, it's a little difficult to interpret sometimes. It's hard to tell whether Terra was feeling sad because of Cyan's hostility towards any Imperial soldiers. I kind of like to imagine that with Locke's declarations of protecting Celis, she's suddenly feeling like, oh, he's forgotten all about me. Yeah, and there's definitely not... Locke is not beefy enough to be a shield for two party members. No, it's... I do like to imagine that, you know, she's having these emotional struggles, and suddenly the fellow who was proclaiming his undying loyalty to her, he's been gone for a couple of days, and now he's immediately switched over to somebody else. Oh well. Them's the breaks. The Empire cometh. He suddenly switched over to Dragon Quest dialogue for some reason. I'm kind of impressed that Kefka just walked. He's kind of been a big baby to this point in the game. I would imagine he would have taken one of those suits of Magitech armor. Here they come, all of them. I mean, that is most of the Imperial troops. They're not sending a huge invasion force. Yeah, and conceivably, the Empire could have pulled this off diplomatically, but because Kefka's such an aggressive dirtbag, he has forcibly pushed Narshe into the returners camp. Good job, buddy. Way to wage war. Here we go. This is it. I like these little bits of dialogue as you march off to battle, although all of them are with Celis. Are you coming on to me? Everyone's hitting on Celis in this scene. Well, not Cyan. Okay, so we're here. We're doing this. Well, first I'm going to save the game, as always. Oops. Connectivity to my TV is a little janky today. I know you folks aren't seeing it, but I have to live with it. So this is the second of our large strategic battles. We gotta now organize our team. So kind of, well, before last time with the Mughals, we just got assigned people and we had to deal with it as it were. This time, though, we actually get to form 3 parties ourselves of these folks, which you may be noticing there's only 7 of them, and we need to form 3 parties of potentially 4. We don't have enough people to do that. So there's a couple ways you can swing this. You can try to divvy up your strength, because at this point in the game, there's definitely some significant balance issues between these characters. But there's a way easier way to do it. Last time I know we made an effort to wipe out everybody before we charged the boss. This time, I'm just gonna put all my strongest characters into one party, and I'm gonna bum rush Kefka. Because this fight can drag out, and especially if you're divvying up your strength. Kefka is a not super hard boss, but he's got some meat on his bones at this point in the game, and we really want to be hitting him with everything we've got. and we don't want to be wasting all of our time chipping away at his troops or risking them. So as we're trying to attack Kefka, they are going to be trying to attack Bannon. Yeah, Bannon is out of action for this fight. If they get to Bannon, it's game over, and we don't want that. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be slapping Celis, Cyan, Edgar, and Sabin, the 4 sturdiest characters at this point in the game, into one party and having them just charge heedlessly at Kefka while I leave the rest of these 3, Terra, Locke, and Gao, back here and hope nobody reaches them in time. Alright, so we gotta set up our equipment right now. Oh, jeez, they didn't even heal up. Good work, everyone. Well, I'm gonna try to preserve my magic for this fight, because we will need it. Do I have another one of those Regal Cutlass? Actually, the Mithril Blade's a little bit stronger, I think. No, it's not. The Regal Cutlass is stronger. And guess who has one of those? I believe Terra does, so we will be we will be borrowing that for the time being, so that give a little extra oomph. Oh yeah, we did buy a few extra pieces of gear when we were down there. He should be fine. He's got his... Yeah. Cyan's good to go. What level is Celis at? 11. And... Ooh, yeah, get a little bit of better armor. Oh, we didn't get a good helmet for him. Hold on. Still back row, right? Yeah, good. And I think Sabin is good to go. Green beret equipped. Alright, that's good enough. Hopefully I won't biff this. So, well, let's get our team set up. Oh, Mog, you're going to talk about what I just said. Oh, nope. No, you're not. Alright, what we got here? I'll put Gao by himself because I don't like him. There we go. I just want to... Here they come. Yeah, as you can see, there are quite a few more this time. Alright, so we got to move him down here. Oops. And just block up. I mean, if anybody gets up to these folks, we're kind of screwed, so we gotta do this quick. Oh god, I hope I can pull these blitzes off this time. That didn't feel right. Oh, you did it. Good job. There's that counterattack. Telling you, it pays off. Let's just mow through these gentlemen quickly now. Oh, did he have, I didn't even think to look. I think Cyan might have his next level ability right now, which would be pretty cool. doing pretty good just shredding our way through these folks. Yeah, that's probably not going to be enough to finish him off. Oops. No, he doesn't have it yet. Oh well. Sabin's level 4 sword technique is pretty decent, and it's gotta get through. And it's probably the last one that's really viable for. Oh, damn it! We'll start adding the failed Blitz counter in there. How's everybody's health doing? Pretty decent. We'll heal up Cyan. Ooh, level gain. That's good. There we go. Alright, gotta carve through a couple more of these guys. Ooh, that's a yucky one. Ooh, wow, that really walloped them. Yeah. Cautiously, oh, I wish you'd taken out that giant Magitech armor. The thing that we're really hoping for is Sabin will get his, oh, that's not so bad. Sabin will get his fire dance soon, and Cyan gets his, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like he attacks 4 times, which is pretty good. Almost through. There's kind of a mini-boss right before Kefka as well, which we want to get rid of because I think he drops a pretty good weapon. Also, I know I had talked very, very briefly before about how Gao can learn the abilities of monsters that he meets on the Veldt. So ooh, she's getting a little low. One aspect of that is therefore important is that we want to try to fight one of just about every type of monster in the game, because there we go. Alright, yeah, this guy's a little beefier than what we've been fighting so far, but ooh, crap. Oh, I wish I had waited a little bit with that then. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah. Yeah, this guy is a little tougher, but we can still take him. He shouldn't have too much to him. That should do it. I think he drops... Nope. Alright, let's get everybody healed up and let's go bust some heads. I want her to have a little bit of magic. Oops. Because I will potentially have her using some of that during this fight. There we go. Don't biff it. Actually, a Bio Blaster probably would have been a good way to open this fight. Poison him. Yeah, so interestingly, we fight Kefka a few times over the course of the game, and sometimes he's like an enemy sprite like this, the full Amano artwork, and then sometimes he's the little chibi sprite like the rest of us. I don't really know. Uh-oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, crap! That really hurt. Yikes. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. Well, we're gonna try to just power through. Wow. No. Edgar just polished himself off. Wow. Hopefully we can get him. Oh, thank God. Jeez. These boss fights have been real squeakers this time. I don't usually have this much trouble. Oh well. We got him. We got the peace ring, because we brought peace to the land by kicking Kefka's ass. Ack! He momentarily turned into Kathy. No, he's not dead. He just ran off like a big baby. I promise you I am better at this game than I've appeared through some of these boss fights. Yeah, you damn right it was. This is just like that time we found that frozen woolly mammoth in the ice, and it destabilized reality. That's what originally caused that whole Bernstein bear thing. Well, this is a good idea. Everybody's gonna fall off a cliff now. Thankfully, the esper doesn't vaporize everyone like it did to poor Vix and Wedge. It's a little hard to see in this sprite, but the esper is some kind of like dragon bird thing. You'll see Celis because she's got the Magitech infusion, so she has some abilities to interact with the esper a little bit. Step away from the esper. No, she turned into a glam rocker. I always found that to be a genuinely off-putting sound. It's. I mean, I don't know how it's going to come through the recording, but it's just this real shrill kind of off-key shriek. As far as I remember, this is really the only time they use this sprite of Terra, which is pretty cool. Almost looks a little bit like that bastard fighting game that they made for the Super Famicom, which is not a great game, but it kind of has a neat look and style to it. Oh, Locke. Still in bed. Apparently Locke bore the brunt of whatever just happened. Yeah, we know that, dude. We've been talking about that for like 3 days. There's so many people just crying out for our assistance. Cyan overcame his prejudice over the course of one battle. Okay, so again, we're now down one more person. And we got to split up our team. Basically what this means, just like put your best characters in one party again. And I want to take some time to like level these folks up. They took a bit more of a beating than I was expecting in that last fight. So there'll be more battles ahead, and I want these these folks in particular to be in scrapping shape. So you can always come back here and swap out people too. Lazy Bannon won't come with us. You did you? Well, he's moved from helpful to... Come on, I want to talk to Bannon. He's gone from helpful to relatively indifferent. But hey, we can explore Narshe now. This is for the first time. We can actually take a look at this place that we've been running in and out of over the last few hours. Oh, no elixir. There's some nice equipment upgrades here. You can get a mithril shield for everybody. Do we own any of those? Locke has one. Great. I guess we got most of the good equipment, but we'll buy a couple of mithril shield. Oops, we don't need that many. We're not going to put one on Celis because she is dual-wielding weapons. Grab an iron helmet for Edgar. That's pretty good for right now. Right now we can just use the optimize function because there's not a whole lot of options. Later on in the game, we'll get some gear that let's get the sprint shoes on. Get that peace ring. Well, that would have been useful during the fight. Edgar got muddled and killed himself. You're not a neutral city anymore. Oops. So we'll just take some time, poke around in here, and grab some swag. How's our tent supply doing? Just one? It's fine for right now. Weapon shop. We'll see if there's anything good here. Whoops. Hey, where are you going? Working on that. Saw some Moogles walking with a Sasquatch. Sure you did, buddy. Sure you did. Regal Cutlass. We got plenty of those. Flail. It's saying this is stronger for... Is it, though? These weapons are kind of weird. These kind of non... you see from the icons of all the others, it's sword, claws, katana, spear, etc., etc. These oddball weapons, you know what, I'll buy one of them and we'll see how it compares to the Regal Cutlass. I feel like for some reason I remember that not being as good. Is this a free nap here? It is! Again, we just run into the back of the shop and sleep in this rando's bed. Guess he just slept at his desk that night. Alright, so we'll equip that and we'll see. I guess so. We'll get her a second one of those, maybe. We're going to be hitting a few more towns in fairly short order, though, and I don't want to spend all my money because I can't remember off the top of my head if some of those places sell stuff that's better than what they're selling in Narshe. And we'll be making money as we go, fighting monsters and whatnot, but no reason to blow through all of our supplies at present. It's the Elder. There's our elixir. Yeah, buddy, you want to avoid fighting. Well, we just had a pretty knockdown, drag-out brawl out in the mountains when your town got invaded. So, so much for that. Alright. Yeah, well, I hear you, buddy. No elixir here either. No free nap. These people, you'll notice they're kind of floating around, working on the pipes. Yeah, we know. They are kind of tuning up the steam. You know, this place is kind of a steampunk. Oh, that's right. Shoot, I forgot all about that. So we can go get some treasure up here. This town is obviously the most steampunk. Well, I guess until we get to Vector, the imperial capital. Nice. 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 There's the locked one. I wonder. Wall ring. Sneak ring. Hyper wrist. Let's see. I think the hyper wrist raises vigor. Yeah, that's probably better. What's the sneak ring do? I think Locke is the only one that can equip that. Yeah, so this is kind of the most steampunky town, and these folks are supposed to be going around adjusting the various valves and gauges and things that scattered around. Oh yeah, I already talked to this guy. That makes a little bit of sense. Healed up at the that gentleman's house. There's a bunch of free heal spots in this town. We'll be coming back to Narshe a number of times throughout the game. And each time there'll be a few more things that we can get involved with. Oops, I'm stuck on that fellow. I think that's everything for right now, though. Can head back out into the world. So we're heading back for Figaro Castle. We'll get to see its burrowing feature up close and in person this time. These enemies are pretty wimpy. Yeah, I guess it's a little bit better, but we could have bought 2 flails, I suppose, and put her in the back row. The flails, along with some of the ranged weapons, like the thrown things, which I think only Locke and... No, there's 1 or 2 other characters that can equip them as well. Oh, not a lot of fights on our way here. Okay, so we're going to... Let's go to Collingen, or Collingen, or whatever. This is really the first time I'm pronouncing a lot of these names out loud. I've been reading them for decades, but now we get to hear me mumble my way through them. Oh, right, there's one other thing we have to do, too. I don't want to forget. There's 2 things we have to do right now before we move on. These folks say something different if you talk to them now. We can talk to the prisoners. Lone Wolf the pickpocket. He matters slightly over the rest of the game. I'm not going to wait for these idiots to all get close to the... They say different things, but who cares? Oh, you know what? That's right. So there's a lot of neat little scenes in this game that only really happen if you go to certain places with certain characters. So you actually get a neat little scene now. I forgot about this. Because we brought Edgar and Sabin, if you don't bring them here at this point in the game, then you don't even see this. So I guess we're gonna... No, he took our sprint shoes with him. Damn it. We sighted Kefka in the area. Is that like sighting Sasquatch? Yeah, the game kind of depicts Terra in this situation as, we can talk to the scholars. The game kind of depicts Terra in her transformed state as like some kind of energy being, almost like like Super Saiyan or something. But if you look at the original Amano artwork, she almost looks kind of like furry. It's Amano, the artist for most of the early Final Fantasy games, Yoshitaka Amano, has a really distinctive style to him, and everything looks kind of ephemeral and dreamlike and creepy in some ways. So Terra, as depicted by him, looks almost kind of like furry and cat-like. It's really creepy. If you ever get a chance to dig through, they did a few years back. They released a whole bunch of various art books of Final Fantasy. If you ever get a chance to go through, especially the early stuff, it's pretty neat. And it, in certain ways, they captured it in the games, and in certain ways, it's almost kind of like they were like, it was a little too weird for us. Oh god, he's so slow now without those sprint shoes. That's alright. Yeah, but we gotta complete this scene now so that we can get Sabin back in our party. We do need to buy. I like that they actually acknowledge that. You know, there's so many scenarios in these games where it's like, why are the merchants charging you? Like, you're literally trying to save the world. And you just need equipment to get that done. What are they thinking? I like that they kind of acknowledge that here with, you know, he is the king, the hereditary ruler of this realm, and the merchants are trying to be all deferential. But Edgar is actually being a nice guy and saying, no, like, you're... here we go. We're going to buy both of these. The flash is less useful, but the drill in particular is very, very important and kind of becomes Edgar's go-to attack for the next little while. There's one item that's stronger than the drill, but we'll deal with that later. I don't know if we'll... I was thinking we might get to that in this episode, but I haven't had lunch yet, and I'm getting a little bit hungry, so maybe we'll save that for next time. Let's see. There's a guy up here we can talk to. Nope. On again. Yeah, but there's all sorts of little scenes scattered throughout the game that it's one of those games that even though I've played it dozens of times, there are occasionally even things that I will catch me by surprise. I remember way later in the game, there's a point where your party breaks up. Not like the Beatles. I think, do I have to rest at an inn? Do I have to stay here overnight? I think maybe that might be what it is. Yeah, I actually think I want to be on the other side. Yep. There's a scene much later in the game where the party kind of splits up, and the rest of your team is like several cities away. But if you take the time to actually go with the party that you're assigned, if you take the time to actually walk back and check in with everybody, you get this whole neat little scene. And it's quite a hike, so I certainly didn't notice it the first dozen or so times I played through this game. He's a usurper. No, it's fine. I like the fact that Edgar and Sam... Well, let's watch the scene first, and then I'll start babbling. they're twins, but Edgar in all of these cutscenes definitely seems to be the older brother. We're getting a little bit more background information on why Sabin joined up with the Returners so abruptly. Yeah, it's just kind of a nice little scene. You get some background information on the team. You know, I'm gonna swap in. That's more tradition. I usually have Edgar in front for whatever reason. Yeah, it's just kind of a nice little scene, and honestly, that's really the most we get from Edgar and Sabin vis-a-vis their backstory. That's kind of the last time that we really delve into their playing for exactly 5 hours. That's the last time that we really delve into their story, which is kind of interesting. They're just very dependable. Oh crap. They're just very dependable characters in the party. You know, they don't have a lot of drama or a lot of background grief. Oh, that was a waste of an attack. Yeah, now you see the drill is quite a bit stronger than what Edgar was swinging around before. The enemies start getting a little bit sturdier at this point, but still not anything that we can't handle. Yeah, I really like Edgar and Sabin as characters. They don't have a lot of plot drama or anything, but they're just very dependable, fun characters. For most of the early parts of the game, I tend to keep Edgar and Sabin in my party because they're just good characters. Oh, we're getting the weird music. Well, somebody's keeping a corpse in the basement. That's okay. We'll just assume we'll come back for that later. Oh, hey, and look at that secret treasure chest. Do. Opera, you say? Is there opera in this game? I had no idea. Get a little bit of background on Locke here. Jeez, I don't know if I've ever brought, I don't know if I've ever brought Locke and known if he does any kind of a scene here. No, I'm sorry, buddy. It looks like your house emerged a little bit the worse for wear of that encounter. We'll just take the elixir. Interesting how Rachel's house has 2 beds. Let's see if I've wasted my money and if there's better gear here. Well, I could get another flail. Oh, look, and all of Shadow's crap. Oops, I need 3. And now we can actually put her in the back row to minimize damage a little bit. This looks like the same stuff. Okay. Couldn't quite remember when the next major equipment upgrade is. Might be worth grabbing another tent. And we'll just scurry over here. Well, not as far as I can tell. He wasn't keeping ghosts. Nice. That's good. And slap that on somebody else. Actually, doesn't one of them have, like, kind of crappy... There we go. Doesn't one of them have kind of a crappy... No, I guess they're all wearing the same helmets. We'll put that on Cyan since he's in the front row. And one last thing before we go toddling off. Hey, look at that. Apparently he's an assassin. Well, so much for that. So actually, if you come here with a party of, again, these little things that they tuck in, if you come here with a party of just 3 characters, you actually can recruit Shadow. I did it once or twice. He charges you 3,000 gold pieces, though, and he will just leave whenever he feels like it. I think the last time I did it, I hired him and he left after like 3 fights. It's not too hard to get him to stick it out through all of Sabin's scenario, as we saw. But yeah, trying to get him to stick around for this next chunk of the game is very difficult, and it's honestly, in my opinion, not worth 3,000 gold. So I'm hoping before the next big dungeon / boss fight that, I guess I could have used the drill on that one. Before the next big boss fight, that we can get Sabin to learn Fire Dance, and we can get a Quadra Slam. That's what it's called. Cyan's next move is Quadra Slam. Ooh, that hit for kind of a lot. Doing so great in this fight. Well, we'll take it if he manages to survive this. We'll take him out with the auto crossbow. I should get both of them. So we got a little bit of time right now. This is as the game gradually starts to open up. We're just kind of wandering to find Terra, but there's one thing I want to... This is off the beaten path, but there's one thing that I want to do up here. that? Well, here we go again. I'm pretty sure that thing the vulture is doing is it's an attack that like halves HP, which is pretty annoying. Wandering all the way up to this stupid little house up here. I want to boost Celis's attack slightly so she can actually like one-shot some of these guys. That aura bolt. It is a real bummer when I screw that up, because you can see that packs quite a wallop at this point in the game. And it costs no MP. It's just a shot we can keep firing off. Alright. There's the fun music again for the crazies. And we came here for that. The hero ring is a very, very good relic. And it's particularly valuable at this point in the game. No, we don't want it. What changed? No, I don't know what that did. It claimed it was changing my equipment. Well, that sounds perverse, but whatever. I'm sure this won't come up again at all, the Colosseum. I can't imagine that being relevant in any way, shape, or form. Alright, so now we are looping way, way down to... Oops, not this way, though. We're looping way, way down to Jydor. Alright, hopefully that boosted her enough that she can... Yeah, that should be a fatal attack. So this is really the first time that the game opens up a little bit in this regard. And it's still, I mean, you're still fairly on rails. You're trying to find Terra. There's a very specific end game for this all. But you're left to your own... Ah! So bad at this. You're left to your own devices a bit more. I think I may have been pressing on the inner portions of the joypad a little bit. Nope, that didn't do it. She's still not quite strong enough to take those guys out in one shot. I would say among the character rankings that the folks we have in the party right now are probably more top tier than some of our other folks. Ooh, that did a lot to him. A little bit surprising. Hoping we can net a few more levels with these people before. I haven't mentioned it before, but if you look down, well, not right this second, but momentarily. I don't know if you can suplex these guys because they're in the air. Yeah, I biffed it. When you get out of this battle, I'll point it out. So down in the lower right-hand corner, you can see there's actually a map of the whole world, and the little kind of glowy dots on it are, oh, that looks fun. The little glowy dots on it are points of interest, whether that be cities or what have you. See, this would be a really useful situation for Fire Dance. Don't have that yet. I'm also hoping that, whoops. I'm hoping that Celis gains enough levels to learn the Imp spell. Because there is a boss coming up who is actually vulnerable to that. And it's pretty funny if you can pull that off. Wow. So you're starting to see some real divisions in statistics too. Like, Sabin, they're 2 levels higher, but they've got quite a bit more HP than Celis and Edgar. These martial arts guys have some pretty obnoxious attacks that they occasionally will pull out. Finally. So we're moving down towards that glowy bit. Not all the way at the bottom of the peninsula there. Ah, here we go. Is it really? I have to double check that. I'm not 100% sure that's accurate. What do we got for gear here? Ooh, alright. Pretty good upgrade for most characters. Good thing we saved some money. So let's see. We'll need One of these for Celis. One of these for Sabin. And then 2 of these. One for Edgar and Cyan. So we'll talk about it a little bit. We can... Yeah, this is the ritzy fancy town. Ah, new weapon for Cyan. New weapon for Sabin. New weapon for Shadow, but he's not in the party, so too bad. I'm not going to buy any of your crap either. Let's just do a quick little exploration of this place. I don't think there's anything too exciting up here. Not a lot of hidden items at this point in the game either. Yeah, I'm gonna grab a couple tents. They're not cheap, but I don't want to get stuck without an ability to full heal my party in a dungeon. Oh, there's that. Maria the opera singer, a little info. So, this is the auction house, which is irrelevant right now, but becomes very important a little bit later in the game. It's a place where you can get a few pretty good items, and we'll want to, before we kind of put a bow on this major part of the game, we'll want to we'll want to come back here and grab some of this stuff, because there's some very rare I already talked to her. There's some very rare useful items that you can get. Yeah, the opera house. I'm sure nobody who's watching this knows anything about Final Fantasy's much touted opera house. Well, I mean, this place is kind of tiny. Here is Owser's house. The wealthy Owser. Edgar? I mean, I knew he was something of a pretty boy, but oh, I was hoping I could nap there. Oh, look at this. Some fun little paintings we can look at. Owser is the wealthiest man in town and an art collector. I guess I'll give a little bit of spoilers. This is a fairly substantive dungeon that we will encounter late game. But for right now, painting of Ultros. For right now, there's not much to really do here. So we're gonna bounce. Oh, let me equip all that crap I just bought. Yeah, I can probably sell off some of my old junk too, but we'll worry about that later. Okay, well, I'm going for a little over an hour, I think. The Jydor Inn's pretty expensive. So I've been going for a little over an hour, and the next dungeon is not super long, but involved enough that I don't want to rush through it. I want to give it its fair due. So we will we'll put a bow on today's Let's Play, and we'll jump back in next time. We'll be approaching the city of Zozo that the snooty rich people in Jydor have been complaining about. There's some stuff to be done there. So until then, I will see all of you later. I hope you all have a great, fun, exciting, or relaxing, I suppose, week. And until then, I will talk to you later. So this has been Mike with Team Brothership. I'll see you soon.